Hello everyone. We are continuing where we left off, which was we got the assembling machine, we got the I forget what it's called, but the stuff for ore processing. The sodium persulfate. And the last thing we did was finishing up the barium. Crisp 3400. Very nice. How's my yttrium looking? It's still a bit. This was just from the very first batch. We'll need to automate this eventually too. But I think that will be bee-based. So yeah, I can get all types of rare earth from bees. And the rare earth chromes themselves give me base rare earth, which I can then choose which one I want that to become. Okay. Also, would I get extra? I wouldn't get extra of the rare earth, but I can get a bit of yttrium from this one. Tier 2, I can get unite. Neodymium is not a concern. Just looking late game, so I think I could find out what that's used for just by looking through the recipes. It's kind of a bit too much to sift through typically. Cerium and whatever this is. Lithium. Sure, all of that will have its use eventually. Don't worry about it now though. Yeah, let's just like bootstrap this LuV assembler. LuV. Just need to run like 4 recipes in this thing. This not circuit, yeah. There we go. Should be all I need this assembler for actually, because then I can make the energy hatches, and from there I can use the big. And since I need the assembly line for this craft itself, I won't need the assembler for that either. Still, as I went over last time, there's not really too much reason to try to recycle it. These coils like, look fundamentally different from the other coils, don't they? Energy hatch. Just wanna inspect a bit. No, I think it's actually the same. Kind of remember the other ones being like 4 long. But they are different in the way that the center beam is no longer like purple-blue. In the sense that yellow, but not completely wrong, but still wasn't, still not enough to say it's fundamentally different. Back in there. Probably do my greeting because I forgot. That's good, that's good. Probably just gonna set up patterns for everything else. Except this thing though. I should have crafted the HPACs, but yeah, they got used for something else. Make more of those. HPIC is done. No, let's check progress. Just the last bit of the craft. It's our 60 seconds though. We request those IV energy hatches I'll need for this too. Because I'm pretty much, I think I am just gonna leave this upgraded to LuV. It's perfect overclock, so it's not gonna be any less power efficient, it's just gonna be faster. Should also just do a little check on my flatline stuff. Iridium is still more than fine. Osmium, a bit lower than I would like it. But like I also used a lot for all the HSSS that I'll be needing for turbines later. And then like all the other stuff is pretty much guaranteed to be good. Maybe platinum itself. No, platinum is still fine. I don't remember so many of the things. I think actually I do remember all of them. Rhodium. Not sure how often I use this. I think rhodium plated palladium is for LuV. LuV, they're called machine holes. And then palladium. It does seem fine. Okay. I literally used one of them immediately. Well, let me do the upgrade first. I'll go faster than to go down to 15 seconds because perfect overclocks. I have no tabs on my stream manager. Stream in high resolution from here. There's also a tab for vertical, which I'm not interested in. Not even sure like the point of that if you're streaming on vertical like on Twitch. I guess maybe it's for the people on phone, but why does it have to be a whole different streaming format? Why can't they just like flip the stream and like put it into a different window? How do I get the point? Anyways, I'm getting distracted here. Should make sure you don't hop onto a recipe. UV to IV. Yep, and then I need a IV wire. Don't remember what color I have for these. Deal with that. A bit. UV. UV. So what is IV? Purple. So orange and purple. Now I should just be able to... Yeah, I will still set up the recipe for this. Not gonna set up the recipe for neckbutter yet though. So I will still have to do that manually. Like this will also request the indium gallium phosphide, which is nice. Still not completely sure what all the substitution stuff actually does. But it's not gonna worry about it. If I ignore it, it can't hurt me. Oh, I should also set up this recipe. But then needed Necroda. Get the bot out of here. Holy crap, this bot is 4 days old. It was ancient. Get out of here. You don't belong. We don't like things like you. Did I start those Necroda ingots? I did. Look at me thinking ahead. I'm doing so good. To just be able to, yeah, absolutely plow through that. Then UHPIC. Get the 4 of those. Yep. Exciting. Okay, let me click on the correct button. How much of this do I have? Pretty much all of it. Actually, I'm still gonna need the research, for which I need a IV scanner. Let's go do that now. Just one, please. Too many different parts to just stack all of it. Need different random resources needed to craft these. Mainly just for the circuits, because I'm not really crafting those ahead of time anymore. Even though, like, I really still should. It's actually going to be more important now. One should finish first. It's like no circuits. Is that even another one? The cache are like 4,000 to 6,000 crafts. I'm sure that's gonna get very much higher very soon. Okay, so this one got started first actually, so it's really gonna have to wait all that out. I think my best bet for the first to finish is this one. Only on the SIP center do you get such riveting content as looking at numbers go down on the screen. No, I'm not waiting for this. How much does this take? 60 seconds per. Just gonna sit here. When it was like just a minute more. Kinda already sat most of it. Yeah, all this is waiting for the LCR to finish. Just request the 2 tungsten cables later. It would appear the cutter needs to be a higher voltage. LuV. Because of course. So nice that it doesn't just say haha I power fail now when it doesn't have enough. I'll always appreciate that. Okay, so this one is actually a 16 amp. 16 amps of IV. This should be enough to run everything at LuV. That should mean that I can just do that more simply. I will have to wait for IV energy hatches though. Yeah, just gonna have to wait a bit for that. A bit ahead of myself. So my strategy for dealing with things progressively needing higher and higher voltage to be able to run the recipes is very reactionary right now, especially since my power grid can barely run. I can run 4 recipes at LuV at once. So like this power infrastructure increase is very warranted. It's a bit unfortunate that it's only gonna be a 4 times increase, because I'm still gonna be struggling a bit on it due to that. But if I design my power spine a bit more smartly, I'll actually be able to stretch it a bit easier. Actually, like making use of my battery buffer for more than just keeping my turbines running at the highest efficiency for the longest time possible. Because that's really all I'm using it for right now. Not actually like using it to like using it like the battery buffers I have over here, like only 2 amps of production, but using 4 amps due to that being a battery buffer, for example. Because like I could even with just like, what's it gonna be, 4 amps of CPM production, I could like double my consumption and just do it less often. That would work fine. It's like I'm not worried about the turbines breaking. I'm not gonna be using any of these for nearly long enough for that. The reason why I can't really do that now is because like I kind of bottleneck my power spine here to only be able to carry 4 amps. 4 amps being the max amount I could produce at once. But if I change this to like, well, I think I would I'd want to either make it a 32 or 64. I guess it just depends on how it adds up. The wires and choose pretty well actually. Like right now, I really should be running a 8 amp, because then I could like extend it some more. So I think I'll go for probably 48 just to play it safe. Or maybe just go for the big 64 so I don't have to replace it again later. Because considering the price of CBM cables, I'll most likely still be doing HSSD for a bit. Maybe an aqueduct will reach a point where it's cheap enough. I guess I could also check UV cables. Alloy, uranium. This is electrum in its name, which makes you think that maybe it's not that expensive. In hope. But it's not like it's not something I'm gonna be able to do now, anyways, due to high voltage costs. It does have Naquita in it, but it would be better than using straight Naquita. Chromium I have automated, so that's not the problem it would usually be. Infused gold might be a problem though. Can't get it from tier 4 though. But yeah, like I need we need trinium coils, which is like, I think like I saw at least 3 tiers of coils higher than what I have now, so not gonna be able to do the job for me now. Lumium, actually, I think I can make this. 64 per... or 16 per tile, that's fine. It's not a problem. So... I'll just need an LuV blast furnace, but like I'm kind of gonna be expecting that. Like this is more... I'm more like planning around my next expansion of a power grid when I'm gonna be running fusion, most likely will be the next I do. Like this will probably be the cable used for my power spine, because this stuff is really not expensive, and like 16 volts per tile is very fine. Stellar alloy, probably... Actually wait, stellar alloy, I can make that. It's actually better than lumium. That's loss and more amperage. At least I think I can make this. I should not get ahead of myself. But this is like the next tier after. It does use snack butter, so that is definitely more of a concern. And also nether stardusts. I'll have to upgrade my nether star production if I want to go for that. I'm probably gonna be using lumium. Like I don't have that many nether stars. Not enough to consider using it for my power spine. The Nakoda might also be a problem. Not something I need to worry about now, as I said, is plans for my next expansion. The path are probably gonna have been progressed by now. It's even running right now. Nothing. What? Why is it just saying... like, hello? Guess I'll start over. Like this is the kind of thing that really worries me about the AE2 when it just like breaks. Like maybe it's my fault, maybe it's just like a problem with the way I've set it up. Maybe it's a problem with AE2 itself, which I really hope not, and also not really expect due to its reputation. Still, it really worries me when it just breaks. And seemingly, judging by the fact that it's I guess check interfaces around the place. Should be fine though. There's nowhere I can go. There's also nowhere where it has gone. Got a problem here with it going over here. That's easily identifiable. I guess I could do this again. I don't know. It's kind of scary. Stopped again. Oh, it's waiting on the cutter. That's what. Okay, false alarm then. It's because I turned this guy off. And also because it's stuck on trying to cut the... Oh. That's also not good. I messed up a pattern somewhere. Which one of you has lubricant built in? Creosote slabs. Let's get that fixed. So I just have this thing passively provided with lubricant. Okay. Now things should work again. Very nice to find out it's my mistake and it's not AU2 somehow being broken. It's always nice. A bit unfortunate that I now have to wait again. Didn't set up the sub recipes for the LuV superconductors though. Should have all of this. Barium is now no longer an issue. This goes mixer free, which I don't have actually. Take a look. And I just dump this onto a pre-existing one. Well, this recipe is kind of a bit of a problem. Can't stack salt. How many things in the mixer do you need salt anyways? Nothing I need to worry about. These are with tiny pieces of salt anyways. So yeah, that's just a false alarm, not actually a problem. This one might be a problem. Just don't stack it with 2, I guess. These are some pretty basic recipes. Do you think I should seclude this one a bit? Could just give it its own too. How many mixer categories do I have? I think I'll just give it its own and play it safe. Interface. Big mixer circuit free. Oop. I just lay out all of the different steps. Like that. Oh, this is LuV pumps, that's something I didn't notice prior. Makes it Good bit more expensive, but it does make sense. Nothing unexpected. It's very much up to the pattern. Ethereum. Okay, am I automatically processing thorium dust? No. Set up that as well. Connectors. Interesting. You can make it without magic. You're still gonna have to make it with magic at some point. Where's the ingots? Oh, just really sailed past it. Oh. Huh. I'll just check this way. Oh, it's a normal macerator. I've never really understood the pattern of what makes things eligible to be in macerator recycling on a normal macerator. It's kind of all macerating is recycling, so... Well, most of it anyway. Some of it could also be processing, but most recipes will be recycling based. Okay, then I need the Ethereum based dust. Perhaps I just do it directly. Circuit 16, I could split it up a bit more. Check 16. Just looks to be shortcut recipes. I'm not gonna be interested in using too many of these though. Like most places I already have the all the parts. It's only for places like this where it's just microcrafting. I guess I'll just add a circuit to one of these, probably the like 13, 14 one. 12, 13. How do I get to that? I guess I can just pop the output bus. And then I want to add 16, so I'd want to slap it on the end. Something a bit like that. And then I'll be needing to use the other one. I want a pattern expansion card. It's the wrong interface. Also, my craft's finished, so let's do the next bit. To a tungsten wire. Not wire, sorry, a cable. Two of these. And make this thing, IV scanner. Then 2 IV energy hatches. cancel that. It's kind of just in limbo right now. Is that you? Then I need to set the recipes for cooking the Ethereum. Stack that up 16. Also remember to stack this one up, so just to make use of parallels. Okay, so wire mill. Tiny pipe. EPF. Both these should be in 11. Also, we'll need a higher voltage in the vacuum freezer department. Yes. Gonna be a bit of a deal with that when it becomes a problem. And then I'll make it a problem now. Give me LuV superconductor. It will get stuck though. Hopefully the energy hatches will also get stuck. You are stopped due to this guy. Hopefully the Ethereum works. Oh, yeah, it did. Worked so fast, didn't even have time to worry about it. That's what I like to see. Okay, I can do the IV scanner stuff now. IV. Give me a data stick. Then another IV energy hat just right here. Because that should be the research target. Yep. Always pretty satisfying to see like all the different moving parts, the different things crafting all at once. Would be more satisfying if I actually like went fast though. That is a luxury that's only afforded by actually having a power grid. That's on tier, which, well, that's what I'm working on now. Well, it's still gonna be a bit behind. Guess I could also look into what I will upgrade the LSC. Is that the? I forget what it's called. Like the summed up version. Yeah, LSC. Forget what those are called. I guess capacitors though. Yes, I was correct. Pretty sure I'm running EV right now, right? Yeah, EV. So I'll probably be interested in upgrading it. This is Lappatronic energy orbs. Should be pretty affordable. I can even recycle the Lappatron crystals from these. So I can use the unpackager to get the inside back. LuV, energy orb cluster, osmiridium. Okay, that's more of a problem for sure. I can also craft it directly, but that requires CPM, so like I'd rather. That's also more expensive. Like hell no. So well, it's still gated by the same thing. I can't make that straight up. I just worry about the IV. So that will make it 10 times as dense. And upgrading my power grid fourfold. But still like more power is always nice. But I'll probably put it in the same footprint, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 9. That would be that 50. No, it's not 56. I think 72. Yeah. So write that down. Do I have the Lappatronic energy orbs? Do I do? Do I have all the Lapis parts? Also do. I could just set up the pattern for that and get it started. Stuck in the base dust. Does this need LuV? Not that. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to add fluid integration. My silly. Input add, so just run it down the back. Yeah, I kinda completely overlooked that. My silly. Big mixer. Circuit free. I can't do the direction because that would. Well, actually, might as well just do some testing. You can always just redo. Want to see if the fluid will get locked if I do this. That's on ground. Ground. I should also indicate this one's fluid. Use the same. Oh, can I cancel? Yes. Oh. Third time's the charm, as they say, even though they know it's the fourth time. Whatever. You saw nothing. Start the research on you, which will probably take like a minute. And I was looking for a facade. Is it facade or facade? I don't think I ever actually checked for myself. Nice, right, I made that faster. That's actually so much better. Just get my staff some chance to recharge. Should really get more than like an LV amp of charge speed. Complete structure, huh? How so? Maybe I just clicked too early. I did. Okay, LUV. Oh, I didn't put it back in, that's why. Like that. LUV. Give me... Oh. Okay, I'm running out of indium. It's a bit of a problem, actually. A bit of a big problem. Alright, do you... work? It says it's crafting. Is the fluid here though? No. So just stop you again. The items did make it in. I just do that. Only some of the fluid made it in. Weird. Is there anywhere else it could go? I don't think it would input into an interface. So I hope so. That would... Oh. Yeah, that's weird. I haven't seen that before. Let's see if I can recycle that. No. No. I'll put that one on the wall. I broke the game. Where's my metal? Like actually do properly. So it is slow. Quite slow, actually. Yeah, that is like very slow. Should probably upgrade to melodic here. Though, pretty fat chance there's gonna be using the mixer, so I'll have to wait this out anyways. Or you know, just like cancel the recipe, but I'm so close, might as well wait it. And it needs LUV anyways. Okay. So much for that. Everything needs LUV. Might just be a bad idea to assume off rip. It only carries 4. We'll have to... we will want to upgrade that. So this is Necro 4, so give me 8 of those. That's just kind of another situation. It's probably easier just to set up a pattern. Flat, no, table, 4x. Didn't really give myself the easiest time accessing my circuit 24. So it should be easier. I just remove the pattern afterwards. just leave it in, but I'm not smart enough for strats like that. Gotta stay humble. Just kinda saying whatever I can to excuse that I'm making things harder for myself, or mainly. Maybe... Actually I need 5. Well... Just do all that again. Actually just use that, put that in there, do that, misclicked, the energy hatch, IP, boop boop. Always catches me off guard when you press shift and the hitbox increases. Don't actually need to press shift here though. For the cables, even though I'm gonna like remove them in a minute. Not even a minute, 3 seconds. Yeah, I can't really afford to keep this up. Former IP to EV, IP, EV, yep. And screen. Connect that up again. Then I was gonna request some little sticks. It's gonna be 10. My PPI working correctly. I check in here. 27. Well, it is running, so yeah, it seems so. Right, I now remove the leftover liquid. So bad one to forget. That will clog the pipe. No one likes clogged pipes. At least I assume so, like who knows. Might be some freak out there that wants to clog pipes. Just gonna gaslight myself into believing that they're not real. Kind of reverse schizophrenia, I guess. Seeing things that aren't there? No. Not seeing things that aren't there? Yeah. need to set this to, because I broke and replaced it. Even though it's only running one recipe, but like, you know, it's setting up for the future. Just waiting on that. So go do the ESA. The easiest way to do this. Maybe I just eat the ingots. Wizard Industry with the raid, thank you. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your stay. How was your stream, man? I'll just make a new cable here. Just disconnect that. But, well, I was going to set up biodiesel for HVU, but got distracted doing magic stuff. I did like come in for a little bit earlier, and I saw that the stream title was making power with screaming fish. So, like, I guess you mean the IC2 crop. So something along those lines, at least. But this seems like a very cool way to manage power, especially when you typically just see benzene everywhere. On 2.9, I'm not really sure the changes for 2.9. Maybe it's like more viable and less of a meme. Yeah, the meme kind of power source in 2.9. I have like seen tidbits here and there and stuff like being able to just run the crops inside of like GTNH multi-blocks. Seems like a lot more convenient. Okay. Let me focus up a bit so I don't explode. Energy hatch. Give me LuV. Transformer. LuV to IV. One of these. Some HSSG cable. Already have my platinum. Well, I can turn the other side on. I can do the tungsten. IV to IV like this. Cable, IV. Doing my little check so I don't explode. Put LuV, it's facing the correct way. I don't trust this cable, I'm gonna remove that momentarily. Yeah, see a Wizard Industry, have a good night's sleep. Just kind of guessing that you're more in the actually, it's a bit too late for you to be American. It's not really important. Anyways, well, good night, man. Or whatever you're heading off to. Oh. So I guess my guess was correct, but for the wrong reasons. But hope you still get your 8 hours of sleep a day. Very important. If you get that, you can push your actual like sleep schedule a good bit without it doing overly much damage. Okay. See ya, man. Have a good one. Thanks for the follow. Right at those. I was gonna set up the pattern for those. Looks like it's gonna be a molecular assembler pattern, but I don't have lapis plates. I do. No? Also saying I don't have lapatronic energy orbs, but like I do. Hello? Is my AE2 tweaking? Oh, no, that's because I'm clicking in my crafting terminal. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm tweaking, it's not the AE2's fault. Do this. Just run it over. Actually, no, I'd rather want to look at the interface. It's a better overview. Down here. Shove it there. And then Lapotronics. I should probably wait until I have EVS set up back to working normally. That's... Well, that would be going, but I'm guessing this is also gonna be requiring, yeah, more power, so I do need that assembler again. First of all, just force the structure, even though it is already stuck. And then grab this. Don't move the circuit, that's a terrible idea. Grab the source as well. Guess I will need to use the LuV assembler somewhere else. I did anticipate that, even though I didn't expect it. Should really turn this thing off first. Only thing it could be running is a not platinum, titanium ingot, because that's just hooked up to this. So there's still a chance, even though it's low. Okay, so IV to EV, get my IV from there, get my EV, It'd be so nice when I can just like comfortably run everything at LuV and not have to switch things back and forth literally constantly when ads running. I think I can continue doing this. I don't think it's gonna be overly... I think people are gonna be overly concerned about missing out for this high stakes, very, very exciting wiring. Because I do want to try to like not have people miss out due to the ads. IV. Okay, turn it back on now. Just wanna double check. Yep. All good. Actually, let me go do the wafers now too, while I'm kind of like in the vibe of doing cabling. IP, cable, and IP2. You get enough amps, so I can just run this. As for the circuit, I really don't think it matters. The cutter doesn't care much for circuits. It's above that. And just a quick 30 seconds. Be done, turn it off again. Let me just double check that it is actually done before I get ahead of myself and tear up all of it. Is enough. Yep, okay. Energy hatch. Maybe to EV here. Yep. The cable. Probably have like unplugged it. Transformers are a bit unpredictable for what direction they start off facing. Even though they do try to face towards you. But I'm sure if you try to place a piston vanilla and try to face it a specific way, you would know that it's kind of unpredictable sometimes. Still, this is like a decently safe angle. Good bit of the time. But not just a good bit, like a solid majority. Maybe to EV. With EV energy hatches. Facing correct way. Just double checking. Well, I guess checking for the first time. Would only be double check if the game checked for me by exploding the machine if I placed it wrong, but I don't think it actually will explode before you try to run a recipe. But I also don't really know, because like the power seems to be from a request system. The power only runs when a machine is trying to request the power instead of it like pushing. So I don't think there's actually power in these cables until I try to run a recipe somewhere down the line. But like I'm not sure. I haven't really ended up stress testing it. Typically, how you would stress test in this kind of situation is through the big rooms, and you know, kind of want to avoid that. And also, like, kind of have been avoiding that. It's the biggest sign that something is going wrong that you will find. LuV, circuits, circuit 9. Just run this. How long is this recipe? 40 seconds. What else am I missing? Could go get the research result. LuV energy hatch. Yippee. Then I just need to run my assembly line at LuV. And I'll be able to request this. That's the 2 I need. again. And I don't want to leave it there because it seems like a place I'll very much forget about it. But yeah, gotta just shove that in there, then I can remove that. Just make it clean itself up. I should really just put more cars in this thing. Having to run back and forth so much. Let's deal with that. Yeah, these. These are not expensive. The only expensive part is the EU tick, which is also not expensive. This is a very low amount. It's just remnants of the age where I hyper obsess about maximizing it before I realized that it kind of just doesn't matter. Because I'm running the AE2 off of a passive network anyways, it's gonna be using all the power regardless. There's no battery buff or anything. And there's no fuel consumption, there's no durability, it's just free forever. The thing I'm talking about can naturally only be dragon eggs. Like goat. Okay, so you don't have a quirk like can only run one tier or anything, right? One tier is above, okay, so I just this. I'm really too concerned about it listing power feeling since it's barely gonna run. It's not gonna run unless I request something. There's nothing ongoing right now. LuV to IV is what I want. And HSSG, LuV, LuV, and my IV. Picture of this thing blew up after all, so I'll take care. Now with a double hates for this thing to power fail, so I'll take triple care. This is like a recipe I've been working on for like the past 3 hours in game. Would hate to have to do it again, especially since I would have to actually acquire the Naquator instead of just being used to take from the little bit I've buffered. Facing the correct way, both IV energy hatches also facing the correct way. HSSD going in, just need one of these amps. That should be fine. Shouldn't be bottlenecked everywhere since like the minimum for these cables is 4. Then yeah, like no point really prolonging this. Everything's looking good. Put that in. It's pretty nicely with like 8 items per tier, at least for now. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more than basic components in here. Still wonder if I can put more than one data access hatch on these, but I'll test that when the time comes. Okay, don't think I ever actually set up the pattern itself, so let's do that. Big pattern. Also never set up IC2 coolant. Let's do that now. Not complicated by any means, so I will have to think water here. So I have enough to just like ignore it for now. So I'll do that just to get it started. So circuit 4 in the mixer. Fluid support. There's a lot of other recipes for this, but this is mostly just cycling hot coolant. What? Like, I'm sure there's probably more steps to this, but if you just get like infinite steam from like 20 buckets of water and a bit of hot coolant, it seems Seems very good, but there's probably more steps to it. This thing doesn't even have a mount on it. Yeah, I'm not really gonna worry about that. Like Steam should be scalable here, so I guess it's just gonna look like something like that, but that's not what I'm interested in now. Make this pattern look mixer circuit 4, which is over here, which I'll need fluid support for. This one up here. Let's start with the facade. So let's first of all just transfer the name. Big mixer circuit 46920. Then add fluid. Yep. Also just add the settings here too. That stays in the like the pre-config, I guess you would call it. See, it does. Do I have a fluid output as well? Yeah, I sure do. Doesn't have to go back into the same, it must be any. This will work. Melodic. They match. So I should now be able to request IC2 coolants. Oh right, I'm automatically supplying water to this thing, so it'll get overridden. Lapis. Do I care about that this would waste lapis? Evidently not. Lapis is not a problem. I just need to change this pattern. Well, first of all, let me just put it in like this. take those out. So I would want 875. Seems to be struggling a bit. Let me take this out first of all before it gets in the way. Though might already have. It seemed to work fine. Then now I want to do this in full buckets, because it's just gonna be easier. Without anything, it's gonna be needing it not in full buckets. Not here anyway. But I don't think I'm gonna be using too many other places. So yeah. Go as line. Put that in the 8th. Yeah, okay. Just doing little double checks that the spacing is correct. So I should now be able to, well, once I put those in, I should now be able to request this. 2 of these. Need to modify the schematic a bit. Want to use the greenies. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Should work, but you know, kind of silly. Main thing I'm worried about is still the power here, but should be fine. Did double check this like 17 times, but like I have the time now, might as well double check it one more time. So quite quickly it's just reduced to just the circuits left. I don't think the rhodium plated palladium is gonna be a problem, even though it's going. Well, it could be that these are still turned off and not. No, it's just a long recipe. I guess both Ruvidit and rhodium plated palladium are just slow recipes. I guess I can't just blame one anymore. But like rhodium plated palladium I don't use particularly often, so it's my point about that, like the total time of my EBF running being taken up by Ruvidit still does stand pretty well. Can also clean. Actually, I want to keep a good bit of that for rebuilding the assembly line. Now with making the LuV energy hatches, I can get a bit closer to actually planning this part, and I can also clean this up a bit. And it's probably a good time to request the Patronic capacitors. 72 of these bad boys. not buffering enough epoxy, and it's using the wrong kind of lapis plates. What? What the hell is it doing? Like, could you use like the normal plate, pretty please? Thank you. So now it should just be also ruby actually. So ruby and epoxy needs to be bigger buffers. Deal with ruby now. Yeah. It's going pretty fast. Well, just because there's a buffer somewhere in it. This is not meant to be fast production by any means. There's the redstone centrifuging. So over here. Perhaps I should put a void upgrade on the gold and then a priority use for this side. It's actually used last now, so it's the gold over here is just not going to be used at all. Yeah, just double checking the priorities. I definitely want this on 900. So the gold over here be consumed first. It should probably be enough for me to avoid needing a void upgrade, because I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be using gold in vastly higher quantities than redstone or anything centrifuged from it. But still, let me look at ruby here. 10 to 1. Yeah, that is gonna drain my redstone storage. Besides, void upgrades only do something if it's getting filled. So I'll just plop that in, because then the redstone will get started too. And then probably put a upgrade on the glowstone too. Not that I'm upping the demand, but I just wanna make sure they can keep up. What the hell? The world is not loading. That is... Okay, my game is kind of bugging. It really wants me to look over there. We good? We good. Making sure I haven't lagged out. This is on a server after all. Oh, they're just done like that. I was always expecting it to take a bit longer. Let's go! Wait, no quest. Did I mess something up? LuV. Oh, it's because it wants me to have 60 superconductors. Yeah, I don't have enough indium to afford that game. Screw you. Just a hater. I should probably go like actually keep up with the quest. It's saying I need 60. It's probably because I will be needing 60 in the near future, so I should scale production accordingly. Because the fact that I can't to make The 60 right now is really like the biggest concern due to me missing indium. No indium. I should have plenty of galena still purified, so it's just the sphalerite. Right? Yeah, sphalerite. Which I get from sulfur veins. So I guess I'm gonna go mine a sulfur vein. Maybe just revert this to how it was. So LuV to IV. Disconnect this. And that to maybe to EV. LuV to IV. Point you down. EV. Remember this. It's a pretty important point. Good thing I disconnected the wire, otherwise it's probably a pretty good chance that something would have blown up here. The content is not worth it. I would rather just have my very expensive assembly line that I spent forever setting up, have it like actually stay intact. EV, all EV. That's both going in the correct direction. Both these are EV. I put EV. Yeah, I know explosions are fun for you, not for me. I actually have to rebuild what blew up. I'm sure you would share the same kind of mentality if you were in my shoes and you'd spend like several days accumulating resources for this. Like just like these assembler machine casings, just the crafting alone of these with this many CPM circuits takes like a solid 4 hours. I'm sure you guys would also prefer to have me do literally anything else for the rest of the stream. Like think ahead a little bit more. It is not worth it. I might not even be able to afford another one. It's also that I might have to go spend additional time just collecting resources too. Like setting up scanning, like there's also more assembler machine casings here. LuV, yes. And you are EV, so color you green. Still, just shove that in the storage for now. Okay, how poor is the sulfur vein? Sporadic, so that's not the best. Not even particularly good. Is it in the lava or in the ceiling? It's in the lava too. This is gonna be awful. My homies hate mining in lava. It's not like it's gonna kill me. I have fire rest, but it's just like you can't see. It's pooling everywhere. Hopefully it's low enough that I can like avoid it somewhat, at least. Yeah, I hate mining in the nether so much. And these I can use this strand with the monster replicator that I've thought up somewhat recently, instead of spamming torches everywhere. It's also gonna help me a lot for space mining. I had a lot of problems on uh what's the planet called? It's like the shitfuck water planet. Think of Europa. It's just like covered in ice. That's just like a little like 10 blocks of well, like the surface of the planet consists of like one block of land, then like 3 blocks of water, and like 20 blocks of 20 blocks of solid ground where the ores are, and then just like a solid sort of like 80 blocks of water underneath. So like when your mine is just sandwiched between 2 bits of water. You can get around it by just like ignoring the top and the bottom of the vein typically, but then very fun thing, there's also a blaze type mob that spawns a lot on that planet that can spawn regardless of light level, so that's very fun. So fun that I actually ended up preferring mining in water. Yeah, I got off that planet so fast. When you place that's actually so far been worse than mining in the nether. I'd recommend just avoiding that planet entirely or bringing a repellator for it. Or repellator, I'm not really sure exactly how it would be pronounced. Yeah, I did see that, but like normal blaze is also a good source of cryothium. You just need a simple vacuum freezer, which at the tier where you're gonna be looking for cryothium, which was actually before I even went to that planet, like vacuum freezers are not expensive. I already set up my automation of gelid cryothium over here, vacuum freezer, and just a little bit of stuff here. Might actually be out of a resource as I would expect the buffer to be filled. It is actually low in bliss, I guess. That's because it's turned off, yeah. Don't know why I did that, but turn that back on. Hate for my vacuum freezers to randomly run out of liquid in like 200 hours. Doesn't use it very fast, but it's still quite steady. Okay. Wait, also that quartz. Yeah, should get this processing as well. Get it out of my system. Can I like just fill my inventory with one click? That'll be much easier than spamming. I do not need more wrist pains. No, thank you. Speaking of wrist pain, it's probably a good time to get a little stretch off. Yeah, that's good. I'm in the frame of mind. I should also get some water. Just tend to myself a bit. Stay hydrated, especially in these hot times. It's never been more important. Well, never is a big word, but it hasn't been more important in a good bit anyway. Okay, so purified, you go to macerate actually. Really just put some bigger buses in the sky. No, instead of just saying that every time, I'm actually gonna do it. Input bus, not MV, not poor. HV, like 8 of those. just waiting for my assembler to do its damn job. Always takes so long. Well, not for the actual crafting. The crafting is like 0.2 seconds per like giant batch. It just takes so long to start. Come on. There we go. Then change it off. So that's 6, and then these two. Much nicer. Should just be able to dump all this in one batch now. Oh, 1 second, something fell off my windowsill. While I'm up, I'm gonna go get some water as well, so it'll be a bit longer. See you in a bit. Alrighty, I'm back. rest of that in. Was everything, right? Yes. And also get that started. Note it down too, just as a reminder. And that goes in my centrifuge. Yeah, I know, I'm still using the steam stuff. Works okay. The best, not the worst. Be solid, good enough. I see some sulfurs right here. Hopefully out of lava. I think I'll gamble on this one first. But they're also like connected by paths, so decent chance that they are dug. Well, there is lava here anyways. But it's also like the edge of the lava lake, so maybe it's still good. Actually, just place that back up there. I think this is something from way back in like LV. Well, it's definitely been opened, but I doubt this is the extent of it. There's very likely more. Oh, and make the weapon later. Where is the center of this ore chunk anyways? Right here. Place you on the ceiling. Seems to be the edge. Oh, that. I think I collected before it can burn, so I can kind of just mine through the lava. But still, I would definitely want to plug it. This vein doesn't really seem to be very square. It's a bit odd. We're used to like planetary veins, which is just like a solid, dense square. Wait, actually, is it? No. Like, it kind of just seems like it's just a stripe here. Hello, Pico. I really expected to stretch a bit further this way, but it's just not. That's like an iron vein over there. Okay, that's just mine this and skedaddle then, I guess. Very oddly shaped. What's up? Nothing much. Just kind of mining some spellrite right now to get more indium, so I can progress my quest properly. Just try my best to have fun despite being in the nether right now. Not to exaggerate, but I am literally in hell. I can just like plug this up. And I expect it to go down another 3 layers, like it's in the nether, so it might just be cringe. But no, it does seem to go down 3 layers and stop, so at least the actual height of the vein is consistent with the norm. If you didn't know, veins are typically just 9 tiles tall. So just 3 rounds with the mining hammer, you'll get through the height. But typically they aren't like a weird offset rectangle like this. Gotta say, I haven't really seen that in a while at least. I might have seen it before and just not remember. Okay, grab you again, and we go to the next one. Just empty out all of my... What's the... I think it's this? Yeah. That button combination. Oh. Yeah, let me go deal with that. I was kind of wondering why it seemed like I wasn't really picking up any of the deserters, but I guess I was. I was just going there. What's my way back up? Probably run back to the vein. Still have to rub it later. I also won't be needing this, it seems. I still might keep it on me. Okay, this, no. I think it's like a hole somewhere around here. I just make a new one. What? Well, there is mist here, which means player has been here. Wonder what the hell this is about. It's kinda looks like maybe someone placed like a pump in here. Hyperintensity laser engraver. What tier is that? Oh, it's the multi. See. No. No. You will need the laser soul hatch though. Okay, let's go dump off the rest of the sodas. Hopefully, transport some purified as well. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of just assuming that he might meaning like the actual laser energy hatch. I think I clarified well enough though. Okay, just dump much of this as I can. Always takes a few tries. I probably should also just like reserve one of these for Svellerate. It is the thing I'm after all. Oh yeah, and I wanted to move some Purified as well. Alright, I get extra barite. Probably move this to the burden having all this transport fall onto me, but I do have big enough buffers that it doesn't really get in the way. This was from when I was getting borax. Hopefully it's actually like the last of it. I didn't miss any. No, I didn't. Just do this. Well, didn't really think of that. Just try that again. This. Still well worth the effort to set up. How's my borax looking? Pretty good. Don't actually need it for boron. This was... What was this for, actually? Oh, it's for boric acid, right? It's for my... no, thorium 232, which I needed for the dang good. Oh, I did not step in that, but okay. I very clearly landed on the edge. It's just the suction of the Twilight Forest. I don't want you to leave. So I should complete you. And let's go take a look at this one. Next in line. This one looks very mined, as I would expect. Okay, well, where did I fall through? Over here. Let's go up the same way, it'll be easier. Don't think this is the same way. No, it's good enough. The sulfur over here. Looks like I'm not avoiding the lava lake with this one. It also looks like it might just be mined straight up. That's a small ore. Expect it to be below here. Oh, it's actually not mined. There is more lava here. Where's the center? I'll find it in a bit. I'll just like dig into it at some point. It's over there. I'm not placing my Reparator over the lava though. Should have range to spare. Okay, let's fill this lava lake up. Another lava lake. How fun. Guess that's a word of all time to use here. Not a very relevant word, but it is a word of all time. Ads incoming. Well, I think that's fine. I don't think this is the most exciting of prospects. I am literally just diggy hole. If I find this border, which seems to be there, never mind. Find that border, I can avoid filling this entire lake. There's more, there's always more. It's all lava. Like that astronaut meme, it's all Earth, always has been. But instead, it's all lava. I'm so funny. God damn it, can this lava get the hell out of here, man? It's getting... I'm actually like getting genuinely tired of this. I hate mining in the nether. How big is this? God. Fill up the bottom part, I guess. After my talisman isn't proccing every few seconds. It's not the kind of air candy I'm looking for here. Guess even jokingly calling it air candy feels wrong. It's more of a more along the lines of air cancer. On that note, this might be a good time just to state how much better it is to play without warp. Like it has been a good while since I cleansed my warp. It's so much better not just hearing random noises, being like borderline schizophrenic, just having random mobs beating your ass occasionally. The talisman does help mitigate most of the status effects, but it's also just loud. Might not hurt my character, but it annoys my ears. It's almost worse. Oh my god, this is just... How much damn lava is there? Like, genuinely, this is getting ridiculous. How much lava are they gonna throw at me? It's more lava. Who would have thunk? There's even more lava. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, this is a big vein. It's always nice. Decent chance this might be the last vein I have to mine. At least like in this batch anyways, but hopefully for next batch I will be in a better place. I'll like have actual wait miners, or maybe just like the self-respect to go somewhere else. Like this vein spawns a lot of other places than in the Nether. I do have the option to choose. My god, it's actually too deep. Get these vines out of here. Kind of throwing me off that I insta-mine some of the ores, but not all of them. I can't insta-mine the sulfur, but I insta-mine like the sphelerite. Would be nice if I could just like get to the level where I insta-mine everything. So these seem to be the troublemakers. But also very much do without the gassed ASMR. Property value this neighborhood is absolutely terrible. It's kind of what you would expect considering the streets are literally burning and filled with lava. Hello, Nomsy. What's up? You're catching me in a very fun mining session. It's called that. I love mining in the Nether. I just love having to fill, I guess, lava pits everywhere. I don't like Bound Pig is just bigger mining area. I don't really think that's the solution here. Meteors, yeah, they could help, but like I'm just not really getting into that. Should have enough uh probably have enough LP production to do meteors, but I'm just kind of not really bothering with dealing with all that. Because setting up the ritual would require getting into Stormcraft again, making ritual stones, which is just awful. I'd rather just at that point I'd rather deal with hell. I'm not the biggest fan of the Stormcraft tedium. can automate the infusion auto apparently, but it's last time I looked at it, the conclusion I came upon was just that it's a big hassle. We'll also have to automate individual every individual aspect I need for the recipes. I think you can use bees for that, so I think I was also kind of planning on waiting for my bees, but I'm waiting for bees to get easier before dealing with that, so it's just like kind of just a stack of delay after delay. So I've just not dealt with that. Well, like the reason why I'm like, well, I guess if you mine the vein fast enough, it doesn't really matter if it's filled with lava once you leave. Oh, ancient debris. That's cool. I wonder if I'll actually need to get proper ancient debris for the netherite line. Let me actually take a look. Art loops. That's nice. What are the input resources for this? Then, because like if the netherite part loops, kind of gets me thinking a bit. Yeah, I see the looping part. Hopefully it's not infused gold then, because that's well, it's probably infused gold. It's kind of what I would expect in terms of like difficulty of acquisition. Yeah. Oh, infused gold. Please be on IO. I would be so happy if you. Yes! Yes. Because I'm already planning on setting up a void mine on IO, because it just seems to have like literally everything I need, except like I think it was one thing it didn't have. Honestly, I think it was borax. So like a salt vein that it didn't have. Oh, more nether vein. Oh, well, ancient debris. But like, IO's just kind of got me covered. Oh, I'm full. Only on the first layer too. This is a very big vein compared to the first two. Like double the size of both of them. Well, when you say that the first part of the netherite line is annoying, do you mean in 2.8.4 and 2.9? Because I am running the pack on 2.8.4. Well, I wouldn't expect them to change their recipes, but still just want to know. Okay, actually didn't get any lava pools in this corner of the vein. Oh, I still need to fill this one. Always a good day when you get a nether vein with less than 10 lava pools in it. There's also one here. There might actually be 10 lava pools in this vein. Maybe my point isn't really standing. Let me count a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I count that one already? No. 5, 6, 7, 8. One is ceiling here, 9. Holy crap, might actually be less than 10. Also need to swap onto my healing axe a bit. Like, do ghasts have to make noises every 2 milliseconds? Like, I doubt there's like a whole ass orchestra of ghasts. Like, I'd expect it to just be like 1, maybe 2. Like, do they have to make noises this often? Or ancient debris. It's bed mining when you just could dig a hole. Diggy diggy hole. What they say. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. I haven't actually heard people say that outside of the DRG community. Played that game a lot. Deep Rock Galactic, for those that don't know. Oh, Cobalt. You're a bit annoying, because I have a shitty hammer now and I can't actually mine that. I can, however, ignore it. I think I might do just that. Get this damn mushroom out of here. Well, I gotta... Now that you're talking so much about it, I gotta look at the big arc furnace. You get access to this one, LuV. But I'm guessing you're also talking about the 2.9 version, considering this thing is a square, or well, more precisely a cube, it's definitely gonna be a different shape in 2.9. Which I haven't looked at least don't remember how it looks. So I guess I can't say much. Yeah, I'd imagine for LuV AV contraption. Just kinda going over the strategy of like just ignoring 2.9 for the most part. All the multi-blocks I make before 2.9 should still be valid as well. So like I could just kind of delay it. Meh. I pick the features I want. Maybe like it will just break my entire factory the second we port to 2.9. One or the other. Either I get the last LuV or the GTNH gods get yet another laugh at me. Well, with this lava pool as well, that is 10. So so much for that. Not get a vein with less than 10 lava pools. I'll probably end up getting more. How much like actual Svelvet do I have? That's pretty good actually. I might be able to make it to Void Miners with this amount. Which is very nifty. Feels so weird just to walk past ancient debris. It truly is a different time. I'm also filling up a netherrack now. I don't want to just shove all into every single open space in my entire extended inventory. So maybe I'll go... Would be nice if I had a chest on me. Do I? No. I've thought about it, but I haven't. I will leave that there. Just pray I don't forget. There's no way I don't come back here though, considering I am leaving shortly and then coming back. Surely I don't forget my monster repellator. Holy crap, I'm out of power. What the hell happened? Did I just like use all my power trying to charge my Vajra? I actually am off jetpack for like the first time in ages. There should be a convenient staircase here from back in the day. Oh, there's actually a teleport anchor here, I guess, and something PMM installed. It's allergic to walking. Okay, well I'm sure this is gonna fill up some storages. Yeah. It's a lot of sulfur. I don't need this for anything. I don't even care. Just all sulfur. And like I'm good on sulfur. I could really just throw this on the floor. Mining sulfur veins for sulfur so last year. Get all this out of here. Oh. It's not what I meant to press, but I guess it works. You want to keep some in there so I can quick stack. So sodas, I think I can just put back in here. And all this I can just throw away. Not worth the hassle. Oh, damn it. Stop it. Oh, and then also, like all this. Just throw that on the floor. Pyrite. If in there, you can move some of that there. One yellow limonite. I think I'll live. I think I'll be fine. I don't think the world will collapse if I throw away one piece of yellow limonite. Okay. We got a little bit of power back. Should just run the path that I took back. That was pretty efficient. Yeah. Nice. Lava lake is actually low enough that I can ignore it. Truly is a good day. To mine all of the netherrack I placed to remove lava. Kinda gonna load my inventory needlessly. I don't expect my netherrack storages to fill up. Basically with all the like amount of grinding that the devs make you do on like all fronts, and you only need like 4 netherrack or 4 netherite ancient debris to be able to like run the like netherite line, like the source of netherite, and you just need 4 ancient debris. It's kind of crazy, but I guess they didn't want to make a netherite vein. But still, I kind of just expect them to like at least make you need like 32, even if they are set on making it recycled. I guess the proper terminology is calling it a loop. I think at this point we're at like a solid 14 lava lakes for this one vein. Truly, we are bowling. Just not in the right direction. Guess kind of the difference between bowling and bowling. Yeah, definitely bowling, and by that I mean the second version. But hey, very much still a opportunity to celebrate. This might be the last lava infused. I don't know what's it. The last nether vein I have to mine, at least like the last lava vein. It's a chance. Couldn't really say how chancy the chance is. I don't even know what I'm saying. I may be too far gone. Let's just say like high chance. But that is definitely something to look forward to. To like the 4 people that still know what the hell I'm talking about. I do wonder like exactly how comprehensible I am sometimes. I'd actually have enough jetpack power to get back. So I don't know where like the rest of my like 97% went. I just dropped down to 0 all of a sudden. Like you do not use anywhere near that amount of power just from normal flying around. Oh, my bitrate is actually like unstable on the lower end now instead of being too high, and it's back to being too high. Like why can't it just like it just always says it's unstable? Like I kind of just don't care. I become desensitized due to this point, which kind of just removes the point of the warning. Like if you warn for everything, you're warning for nothing. Like if rules become impossible to follow, you're basically just removing the rules. Hmm. You have a good bit of stuff left over. Not really stuff I care about though, just chuck it. Wonder how I'm gonna deal with like all the kind of redundant materials when I get to the point where I'm setting up actual ore processing. I might just process it anyways, but like I'll still have to deal uh with it in my ME drives or wherever I choose to store it. Probably ME drives. Could also like use more channels to set up like an overflow void for the most common culprits, so I don't end up with like 14 million sulfur or something. Hmm. Okay, what do we care about more, zinc or cadmium? I have less zinc than cadmium actually. Well, not really if you count the ingots. Also, I think I might be getting zinc from but actually, I would get zinc anyways, wouldn't I? From this. That zinc solution. Yeah, I get my zinc anyways, but don't get the cadmium anyways, so I think I'd want to optimize for the cadmium. Is that zinc B? Yes. Is that cadmium B? No. Well, it kind of settles it. Cadmium it is. I'm pretty sure I'm also getting zinc as a byproduct from my plat line. Just as a very small byproduct from the plant line or the Garnadinia line. I guess you can't really call it a line with my Garnadinia flowers. Shuffle that in there. Also just empty all of these before they somehow manage to get full again. Should probably also upgrade them. I do have the bees for it. Like what bee do these take to upgrade? You need woven silk, $3, silk wisps. So get these from, oh, there's a lot of different types. Let's see if I have some of that lying around. I do have silk wisp lying around, but it doesn't seem like I have anything that will actively produce it for me. How many is it per? It's 9 of these, just 9 of these. So 45. No, it's 9 times 9, so 81 per. So I have enough like 3. It's not much. deal with the rest of the quartz. Alright, while that's running, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Yeah. See you in a bit. I'm back. Also, I noticed my music stopped. Not sure why it does that. Let's put that on again. Even though it's kind of fine without. Okay, I smell it. That's not everything. How much more is there still? Like, a lot, kinda. I guess sold third still. Haven't started though. The ore washer is still done by steam machine, so not exactly gonna be fast. So you're not missing water. Stop lying to me. Your 8 every 20 seconds is decent. What's the ratio here? 1 per 8. 8 per that, so it's 9 Smellerite every indium. It's gonna be a pretty good haul then actually. Hopefully I'll have enough Galena to actually process all that. Galena, 4,000. I think I'm actually a bit low at Galena. I guess while I'm kind of like in the process of doing mining stuffs, let me go get some more of that. Maybe I just have some. Galena. I do have a bit, yeah. Might be enough actually. Cross that little gap. This one is going pretty slow, but I don't think I'll be needing that machine for a bit. Let's see if I got enough smell right through to get the last indium I need to cross the gap. Probably am good here then. This should be like 4 worth. Yeah, we need 5 actually, because I need to do 2 crafts of a superconductor. Because I need 60, which is 2 full crafts, and I only have like 3/4 of a craft at the ready now, because I use some of it. Like a bit of a goober. And actually I only need 30, right? We'll have enough. Because that is the wire, not the ingots. Also need to craft it by hand. So... I think best way to accomplish that would be to just go get LuV superconductor and put it in here. It will break with the liquids, but I'll just deal with that when I get to it. Superconductor. Give me 60. The weaver of soup. Sorry, I was just doing some silly stuff off screen. And me. Right, I need to bootstrap the LuV again. I'll wait until I can do it all in one batch though. This is 50 ingots. So I need 2 crafts. Set up the pattern. Circuit 6. So need a pattern expansion card as well. That a bit of a red tint. Kind of out of practice in terms of detecting it, but there might be a blood moon on the way. No, it's like it's too far in the night. Honestly, it's probably a pretty bad sign if I'm thinking I'm seeing the game with a red tint. Hopefully I'm doing alright. I won't be passing out in a few minutes. Having a medical or emergency live on stream is also not worth the content. Getting distracted a bit again. Like I'm kind of waiting anyways. Just kind of tending to my my watch streaks for some of the other fellows that are streaming right now. Would hate to break my my streak just because I'm doing something as irrelevant as streaming and meant to be entertaining an audience. It's just like, yeah, kind of whatever. The streaks though, man. It's all about the streaks, Spider-Man. Yeah, it's just waiting on the superconductor. Okay, I have a bit of time then. Let's also get this started. Yeah. Oh. That is the wrong pipe. So I get that the hitbox just increases. I also need a transformer here. The energy hatch. Those on. LuV to IV, put that on. IV cable. IV. IV. Yep. Yep. The HSSD input LuV. LuV. The cables are set up incorrectly, and there are 2 energy hatches on there, so it should be good to turn on. And then just add this to my bookmark so I remember to switch it back. Then I'm gonna go visit PMM. Because it has been a while, and he's like in a process of building. Oh. Yeah, there's actually a bit of a network here. Okay, so where was that like shortcut path that he made right here? He doesn't really seem to agree with the pre-established choice of pathing. Stinky as ever. Oh, I'll put it right on top of an elevator. This is different. Oh, well, those were wires for a second. No, it's just missed blocks. Seems to be... What is this automating actually? Like it's attached to all of those, but what controls it? Guess it's coming from over here. It's an RS latch. It's an output, so I guess it's like... What is the other going? It's going to the battery buffer. So I guess only turn on the EBFs if the battery buffer is oh no, that's also an output. It's like either it's on battery buffer mode or on that mode. I'm not the best at that, so I'm just trying to decipher this. Also just stone strips up here. I guess you can place those on the same block as with alloy. Very often find out what's happening when you gotta like squeeze in between the machines. Oh no, this one's just a dead end. Okay, so it is like when there's enough power, turn on the EBFs. Interesting. So it's the ore processing. I think most of this was also here the last time. This feels a bit more cramped than it was last time. I think he might have added an extra pyrolysis oven since I was last in this quadrant. There's kind of a lot of stuff here, honestly. I wonder what the extractor's for, maybe just autocrafting. So much left of like the actual like structure of the rooms. There's just every wall is gutted at this point. Very much late stages of I'm getting out of here, so I don't care. Alright, yeah, I made the little dome. I did see this through a... well, not a dome, it's like a crystal. There's a lot of stuff that's happened here since I last visited, but I did see this in a screenshot on the Discord server we have. Glowing glass blocks, never actually thought of that. But they do stand out. They don't really connect with the see-through. Maybe if they were all glowing they would, but the glowing blocks kind of don't obey connecting textures. Just decorating the crops a bit here. Seems he has some weeds spreading. That's not good. Or at least has had some. Which one of these bastards has too much growth? I don't really have too much time to just dilly-dally around and use my excuse of that I'm waiting for autocraft for forever. Yeah, some segregated crops. I think this is also a lot more mined than last time I was here. All of the the beehives still standing. This is honestly gonna help him a lot for his bees, because these rocky bees have a 100% chance of pristine. So they are actually like a pretty good something you want. Oh, and he's actually getting penalized a bit by not dealing with pollution because his dirt is turning into sand. Might actually have to deal with it. But knowing him, he's probably just gonna redesign his setup to not use dirt. Very soon he's gonna have more turbines than me. It's kind of embarrassing on my end. I should keep up a bit more. These are actually like build blocks. I was expecting to be like the chiseled imitator blocks, but no, I guess he is just going for mega immediately. Interesting. Oh. Why is this tree mining down? Also, why is it oak leaves? Isn't it spruce? Maybe I just saw wrong. Is he using superconductors for his power spine? Would seem so. They're pretty tempting due to the lossless nature. But cable loss doesn't really matter once you get up in the tiers. How much can these go up to actually? Superconductor EV. So the huge wires. 16x, I think that's the thickest you can get. 48 amps. Oh, that's the base one. 128. So that would be what? 32 IV, 8 LuV, and 2 CPM. Yeah, that's not that much. I think we kind of passed the point where these could be viable. It's just too many tiers down. But yeah, there's not really much more to see here. I kind of suspect that I'm also gonna be somewhat soon gonna be rethinking my my ideas for like my concepts for my base to just like scale it up, because I'm also like not too happy with the like how gray it is most of the places. Like just a little bit of color on some of the walls, but for most of like this room, for example, all the color is coming from the multi-blocks itself. There's like a little bit. There's not even any of the yellow here, save for like on top of the pathways, but like most of the time you're not even gonna be seeing that. It's kind of that I want to rethink a bit. Just waiting and through with it. Should go check that my gas line is actually on. It's not, as I suspected. Curiously enough, these are still... Alright, yeah, this needed LuV. My IV energy hatch is occupied at the moment. It will be occupied until this is done, so I guess I'm just taking the roundabout version. I need to turn you on so you can do all the other recipes though. Would be nice if I could just smoke off to bleed, leave them on LuV, but not quite there yet. I guess I don't have to catch up on the catch up on the quests just yet. So this is the... Oh no, this is not what I thought it was. Interesting. Well, I've no problem with making Sonarium the other way. Did already automate all the things so that. I guess there's some Sonarium requirements somewhere in here. It's just a lot to look through though. To another quarter to Certus and back. Turn redstone into ruby. But like you can kinda do that anyways. Turn cheese into cheese next game. Mine cheese. What the hell? You can definitely tell that the devs have their priorities. Copper into nickel. I think I have nickel handled though. Tin into silver. Garnet into garnet. Carbon into graphene, but like I'm kind of already doing that just with a longer processing line. Gold into platinum, however, that might be interesting. Naturally, that means it's also gonna be a longer recipe. Bit much to run flat out. This is Sonarium. It actually... Sonarium the one I'm thinking of? I don't think it is. Sonarium dust. No, it is. I'm very fine with using this recipe. For the trace amount that I need. Once I need more, I'll probably still use that recipe because it'll be cheaper in power. Maybe not. Like this, 30 seconds at EV. This is... yeah, like this will be faster. I'll look into that at some point, probably. Nothing is needed now. So I guess this is the start of the water line. Grade 1 water. Need a carbon. That's just gonna be a lot of sink consumption. This is literally just garbage. So I guess I can make grade 1 and grade 2 now. This one doesn't seem too bad. It's not gonna... yeah, this doesn't seem too bad. It's not gonna require a bajillion sink. Nefarious oil. Oil that's up to no good. If you're doing the water line step by step, slowly upgrading it doesn't seem too bad. If you have to do it all at once, it's kind of just the same as making any other line. I am a bit concerned about the massive amount of sink needed for the first step, though. Yeah, how is this looking? Still just waiting on that. So turn it off. Add a cable, IV. This is IV. Disconnect all this. And I'll just convert it. This one isn't even that long to set up. Transformers needed. I'll need the transformers when I'm reverting it back to the like the way it was before. When I'm reverting it, I can just leave it at that. IV to EV. Yep. Face down. Guess he's hopping over to Star Tech. E. So yeah, IP to EV, facing the correct direction. It's already plugged in. Like if it would have dealt damage, was going to deal damage, it would have already. At least I can tell myself that. Do turn it back on though. So now it's just simply taking a bit. Atrium Barium, just are they slow or are they just stuck behind the other one? If they're just stuck behind. Expensive, but not in the processing department. I can take a look at the ore processing a bit here. Smell. Yeah, actually, yeah, that Galena is not gonna cross the cap. It will help though. Yes, all the indium. This might be the most indium I've ever had. That's enough to get like at least a stack already. Maybe even two. I'm not sure how much got sucked into the input bus. What type of buffer do I have here? Not much actually. Okay, I'll have the buffer there and the buffer in here. It's only 16 big. This is limit insertion, so like about a stack of indium from that. You still have more sphelerite on the way though. Though I will be blocked a bit by the amount of galena. I think I'm like 2000 purified galena short of getting through all my sphelerite. I wonder why the... Wait, no, actually, yeah, that's the base wire. I think I might just not be able to figure out this connection here. Maybe I need a horizontal fluid interface, so like we'll just like dump a invalid fluid packet, or well, not invalid, but just a fluid packet in there. Should be about the last. Oh, that's why the superconductors were waiting. They were waiting on the yttrium barium for the pumps. That makes more sense. Nothing broken. Kind of feeling like I'm like reaching the end of the stream here today. Maybe I'll start up another one later, but I'm kind of feeling like running out of energy a bit, getting a bit tired. Funny enough, the waiting is the thing that tires me more than the actual thinking. I guess it just kind of gets me out of the groove, a bit more into reality of just sitting and waiting. Well, more or less talking to myself. I think a super tank here is necessary. I think you'll figure out where to put the, well, just like put the liquids back on the network instead of putting into an adjacent storage. Anyways, that should be all the resources for this. Let's see, can you figure this out? Let's see if it actually like, goes somewhere. Helium, 3,800, well 3,800,000. Does very much go back in. Okay, so I do not need the super tank, and I do not need this guy. Good to get that cleared up. because I was kind of thinking like if it's just a storage bus and a super tank, it would be a lot slower than taking it out. But there's never anything left in the super tank. Also, this storage bus here, I'm gonna have to reset this because it actually does keep the what's it called? The metadata, I think it might be called. The like item data when you pick it up with the network tool. Okay. Let's set this thing up one more time, perhaps the last time. And I also need 48 helium. That'll be like 3 minutes. 160 seconds. Oh. Screen went black. I think it's still good. Yeah, I think I just tapped out. Thing seems fine. Let me revert this. Did turn you off, right? Just want to double check. EV energy hatch. IV to EV transformer. EV cable. Input IV. Face in the correct direction. Yep. IV. Output IV. Oh. Then color this correctly. It's really a factor if you aren't separating your cables by color. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm trying to make like a like joke parody to racism, even though it's a very different principle. I don't think racists color people different colors. There's no shadow government that decides what color you are. You're just born that way. Or maybe there's a shadow government that decides what color you are. I don't fucking know. Just adds 3 to the craft every 2. It's a convenient pattern. Should turn you back on. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. I'll be back. these are done now, so that should be a quest. LuV superconductors. And then also the quest for LuV energy hatch. All that just to make 5 words pop up on my screen. I guess also quest rewards. Let's do that. There's no quest rewards for this one itself. Yeah, it's actually quite a lot of indium. Might not be able to make it to void miners in time. Okay, so is it worth to upgrade these? You have to go through all this with yttrium and barium, and also samarium. I did also like look through these, and I don't think there was anything particular or worth enough to go way out of my way for. I'm just gonna pop these. Some free Ethereum, some HSSD cables in which Naquita ore. No, it doesn't give me Naquita directly, it's just stuff for processing. Not gonna be useful now. Just shove it with all the other ores. Well, I should probably process it now. Just leave it in my inventory until I will be solving that issue. And I'll fluid extract these. As for the forks, HSSG, I'm sure I'll be able to use those when I'm getting my power spine. Grab Excel, get all this in Ethereum, shove it in here. Not a bad amount of Ethereum, but it's also not too expensive. Anyways, I'm a bit at that point now where I don't suspect I'll be able to make a good chunk of progress on the next big project, which would be, well, starting to tackle the big power production itself. We never actually started these. What's the issue for these? Bauxite and ruby. Expanded to ruby, but never expanded the bauxite. At least think do a bit on that. 300k. Then for the ruby, I think it's just that the production for this is slow now that the buffers have emptied. We'll slowly catch up though. Anyways, I think it is at this point where I find someone to raid. and that I thank everyone for tuning in today. I do appreciate it. Appreciate you you validating my interests in streaming. And I wish you all a very good day. Take care of yourself. I'll see you later. I'll find someone to raid here. I think I'll be raiding Small Neck today. Probably. Haven't raided them before. At least I don't think I have. Might have forgotten one. Yeah. Do that. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good day / night, and I'll see you later.